Everybody on these YouTube channels lying. Everybody lying. Everybody this big time trending topic. Everybody these hardcore gangsters. Everybody gonna do this to each other when they see each other. And truth be told, we too blessed and we be having too many views in this YouTube shit to be going to war with each other. And truth be told, don't nobody wanna fight nobody on this YouTube shit. Cause 98% of these YouTubers is cowards.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.
Oh, y'all, this is Huggie Pacino back on another video. I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone today. Now, this is a story that I just bumped into online. I was on a wake up. 3 men steal car, rob other people in Memphis area at gunpoint. Ladies and gentlemen, Memphis has been a pure epidemic with car break-ins, car thefts, stolen cars all over the streets, all over the neighborhoods, everywhere from Cordova to Germantown to Collierville, all the way back to Orange Mound, South Memphis, Westwood, North Memphis, South Memphis. That's been the theme for the last 3 to 4, maybe even 5 years now. People gotta understand that the 80s babies are 40. We're not breaking in cars. Those 90s babies are 30. They're not breaking in cars. It is now the 2000s generation. It is their era of crime. And that's what the 23-year-olds, 22, 21, the 19s and the 18, and even teenagers such as the 13, 14, all the way up to the 19-year-olds in that era, in that range, they're committing these crimes by majority. Like, yo, I'll tell you, I did security at a hotel downtown. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but let me get to this major point. This hotel out there downtown, multiple car break-ins often. A guy got his 2021 Charger stolen out the garage. They kept breaking into this Infiniti, but every time they broke the sunroof, his steering wheel would have a lock on it, so they just couldn't break it, steal the car, so they just kept busting the window. And then they realized, oh, damn, can't get the car, but we bust the window like 3 or 4 times. This particular Charger that was stolen was later found a week later in a shootout with the police, and the man bleeds to death, gets shot, and dies in his car. The kid in his car was 16 years old. That's what's happening out here. When I spoke to the police, they told me in downtown alone, there's 30 to 40 car break-ins every single night. Just that area alone. Can you imagine what Memphis is going through every night? 30 to 40 break-ins every night in the downtown area? Anywho, how y'all think these men are? They're not 30. They're probably 19, probably 18, 20. Anyway, Memphis, Tennessee, 3 men are behind bars for using a stolen vehicle to rob people at gunpoint, according to Memphis police. On June 1st, a 2015 Toyota Versa was stolen near North Houston Levee Road and Macon Road in Cordova. Ladies and gentlemen, that particular area 20 to 25 years ago used to just be trees. That is Cordova. It's way past East Memphis. It's after Germantown, or in the Germantown area, somewhat in the middle. No one thought about going out there to rob anyone. But now, it is now considered large presence of crime now. I wonder where that came from. We're going to get into that in a minute. The estimated value of the Toyota is $13,058. Court records show. The Toyota was later tracked to be in Orange Mound. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not really that far away when you think about it, but it is a big step to go from Cordova to Orange Mound in this car. Anyway, on Steve Cove and Steve Rowe. When officers arrived, they found 2 men exited Toyota and robbed 3 people at gunpoint, stealing an iPhone, wallet, and $980, police said. As police approached the suspects, the men got back into the Toyota and drove off. During the police pursuit, the Toyota crashed in the area of 55 and South 3rd Street. According to the affidavit, 3 men later identified as Antoine Wright, Melvin Taylor, and Brandon Jones got out of the vehicle and ran on foot before they were all taken into custody. Antoine Wright was arrested and charged with theft of property, $10,060. 3 counts of aggravated robbery, evading foot pursuit, and convicted felon by possession of a firearm. I want y'all to think about what I just wrote there. This person not only stole the car, they had a gun, and he's a convicted felon. Melvin Taylor was arrested and charged with 3 counts of theft of property, $10,060, 3 counts of aggravated robbery, evading a felony, and evading foot pursuit. Brandon Jones was arrested and charged with theft of property, $10,060, 3 counts of aggravated robbery, evading foot pursuit. So they mean that one of them had a gun, meaning that one of them was the shooter and the rest of them just about their business. All 3 have a scheduled court date, June 5th. Now, maybe not that young. And I think it's kind of weird that these dudes are short. Look at this shit. Take a look at this shit. You see that? These dudes are short as fuck. This dude, they both of them are like 5'3". This motherfucker's about 5'7" and a half. Look at this. You can't be serious. Who had the gun? Let me see who had the gun. Antoine Wright had the gun. And the shortest one had the gun. He had the gun. Him. He's the one with the pistol. Anywho, I want to get into something. I remember a month ago on Reddit, there was the infamous, if you don't know, that's this restaurant called Hughie's, a burger place. They sell many things like nachos or whatever. It's a local stable in Memphis. Hughie's. Alright? So the story goes that this particular restaurant had a situation with someone. It was 2 guys trying to break into a car in broad daylight. And an off-duty officer saw them and caught them in the act. And there was a shooting that happened. Okay? Now, at this time, a month ago, when the post was made, it wasn't really too sure about the details, but I knew the details. I just didn't want to, of course, talk about it already, because a lot of us knew exactly what happened, just the news hadn't reported it yet. And my comment to that was this, and I got -54, okay? I wrote, products of single mothers, that's the problem. Maybe not all of them, but majority of them. No fathers, no male guidance, just raised by women. Yep, I said it. No one wants to say it. Break-ins and etc. All of these kids raised by terrible mothers. Edit. AKA government-funded terrorism in the hood has been a design since the 60s. There's no stopping it now. My last 5 words were proven in this comment section. And the fact that I got a -54. That's why I said there's no stopping it now. Because none of us want to stop it. See, we always have these same discussions. What can we do? What do we do about the crime? And how do we stop this? You can't stop it. You got to go to the root of the problem. Last time I checked, if something is being poisoned, you have to probably go to the root of the problem. There's a reason that's a saying. The root of the problem is what? Yeah, you could try to go into the mind of these 3 guys, but that's probably nothing you could do to them at this point, as far as mentally try to help them. That rarely happens. Anywho, as you can see here, the mothers often aren't terrible. A lot of them are overstretched and doing the best they can alone. But yeah, the lack of fathers is a huge problem. It's not the only problem for sure, but it's first and second on the list. I can respect that comment to me. I can respect that reply. But what was the difference of what I said? Why did he get 21 upvotes and I got -54? I'm gonna tell you why. Now, look at the rebuttal to this comment. They got 20 upvotes. Tell me you hate women without telling me you hate women. Fuck out of here. I'm sure you'll respond with a compelling societal explanation. Read excuse for their absentee fathers, but the women who stuck around to raise them are to blame. You notice they never talk about the selection of men that these women pick? Come on. They never talk about that. But then want to talk about the men, but don't talk about the selection that the women made. Anyway, kids aren't held responsible. Neither are their deadbeat dads. It's their mothers. And it's disturbing how many people think like you. Think about what that person just wrote. Kids aren't held responsible. No kid should be held responsible. They only should be held responsible because of the act. But then they say neither are the deadbeats. So basically they're saying that kids and dads aren't held responsible, but the mothers are. Listen closely. And I'm about to end it with this. If kids and fathers are held responsible for what they do, then if the mother has complete control, because let's just call it what it is, mothers have the majority of the time, even if there's a separate co-parent situation. Fathers can only be fathers every other weekend, by law, unless you get them to alter and y'all agree to more days. Because every other weekend is less than 70 days a year. Less than that. That's 365 days in a calendar. If you're getting your kid less than 70 days, when do you have time to be a father in the first place? After all, last time I checked, when you have a group of people who have control and authority, there has to be responsibility for that authority. Remember, whoever comes into your house is a guest. And how you treat your guests matters, but how your guest acts in your home also matters. Especially when you set parameters and rules and regulations. Anyway, then somebody said this dude listened to Dr. Umar. Just look him up. He's the closest thing we black folks have to a true insult. First of all, Dr. Umar Johnson, I don't know what he talks about today, but he wasn't talking about that years ago. He just started talking about that, if that's the case. I don't know. I thought Dr. Umar was saying the black woman is God and, never holding women responsible. Now he does that. I'm not familiar with that. I grew up in my high school years ago. You notice how they try to talk about stop making single parents the issue. I grew up and turned out all right as a single parent. With a single parent. Then I wrote the exceptions don't make the rule. The jails are filled with single parent environments. I didn't make this up. Just because you turned out good doesn't mean it works. What cherry pick data are you referring to? Google is your friend. You want to pretend? Carry on. You see this? And that's why I just said fuck it. That's exactly why I said fuck it. Anywho, it's Huggie Pacino for Huggie Pacino Effect. Sorry for the long video. Hope y'all like it. Hope y'all tell me what y'all think. And these are discussions that need to be had. We can't sit here and avoid it. You want to change the crime? You first have to start with the fact that there are no men in the household and there's no male guidance, because you necessarily don't have to have a father, but men need to be able to be that part of that village, because you know what they say, a village raise a child, but it can't be a bunch of women in that village. It rarely helps or works. Look at the fruit that you bear. Pay attention. Are we ignoring the fact that 60 years of crime has gotten worse in every major city? Look around you. Look at it. The fruit that you bear will show results. Ain't nowhere around that. That's why I tell single mothers, do you carry a gun? Or you licensed to carry, or you need a gun? You got children. Why aren't you carrying a gun? You got legal rights to carry a gun. You just Second Amendment rights. Second, when you date a man with the idea of being a mentor to your children if you don't have a father for those kids. Trust me, men will be mentors if you demand that from the man that you meet. If you can't meet that man, you don't need that man. But a lot of women that are single mothers is trying to get some dick, and that's all. Or trying to find themselves to be happy and be in love. They don't care about their children like that. This is facts. But we can keep pretending all you want. Go.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to receive all notifications from Huggie Pacino. In the description box, you can find all 10 channels. HP Media 1 and 2 are the 2 new channels. You can also subscribe to my dog Julio and Huggie Pacino 1 through 6. And there's also a Huggie Pacino Effect Throwback channel. And you can also contact me via email and phone. And if you would love to donate to the channel, here's where you could donate: Cash App and PayPal. The link's on the screen.
Donations, gifts.
Huggie Pacino certified.